Everybody. Welcome to Planting Seeds with Darlaina Rose. 100 women, 100 days, 100 interviews. I am so excited for each of you to be here tonight because just as we always do, have an amazing lady on tonight as we have had for the last 71 episodes. So let me pull my guest. Miss Jasmine, how are you? Hold on, we're gonna get the Instagram popping. Hold on. There we go. Let me see. Let's pull this IG up and get us live over there. Sometimes it goes right live, and some days it just be like, we don't feel like it. Here we go. We are now live. Woo. Oh, hey, don't push the new lamp down. Hold on now. Don't push the new lamp. Leave the lamp alone now, honey. I hope that you are all having an amazing evening. Hey, Stephanie, welcome. This is your girl, Darlaina Rose, of Planting Seeds with Darlaina Rose. 100 women, 100 days, 100 episodes, 100 interviews. So come on, Jasmine, over to IG so we can bring you up for our amazing guest. This lady, I'm telling you, you guys are gonna love her. She one of the smart ones. She one of the smarts. And I'm so excited to have her on because she's so smart. And once I get her on here, I'm just gonna let y'all know how smart she really is. And she's so humble. And I'm just so excited to have her on. So Jazz, if you can go ahead and pull up your IG. I'm actually sending a message to your aunt Loretta to make sure that she is on. Come on tonight. Your niece is on so that she knows to join us. Is our guest tonight. So Jasmine, can you get on IG, okay? Because we're live on IG. We just waiting for you to pop on. Let me see. Let me make sure she can get on. Hold on. I see her. There she is. There she is. Hello, darling. How are you?
I'm great, and you? Great, and you?
You look beautiful.
I'm trying to get this set up right.
Yes, so we can see you looking at us on both screens. That be the trick. That be the trick. Where's her eyes at? Is she looking at us, or is she looking over there? Where's she at? She right here.
Okay, is that better?
Yep, that's perfect. Okay. Thank you so much for saying yes.
No problem. Thank you so much for having me on your awesome platform.
Oh my goodness. See how humble she is, y'all. So, this whole process started just because I wanted to share the amazing women in my network with the amazing women in my network. And I'm saying to myself, Self, how do you do that? And then we say, hey, Faith is on Facebook. Hello, darling. And I said, okay, well, let me just see if I could just do an interview series. Sounds like fun to me. And so it was supposed to be 30 days for Women's Month, starting in March. So, okay, I started counting up the women. Guess what? 30, 60, 90. Oh my goodness. It's too many. And so I said, okay, let me figure out. So my brand manager at the time was like, you probably need to do like 90 days. And 90 days to me was so uneven. So I'm like, I need to do 100 because 100 is a more even number and that's just better. And here we are, 100 women, 100 days, 100 interviews. And today is episode 72. So welcome to episode 72 with Miss Amazing Jasmine Jaton. Burr, 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 burr. She needs all the fanfare because she truly is one of the smartest people that I have ever met. When I first started to hear all of the good, because modest people, humble people, they don't really tell you all of who they are and what they are. But because Dr. Loretta Long is your auntie, gave up all the business. She told us that you've been smart since smart was smart. She told us that you were a whiz kid growing up, and now you're raising a whiz kid. And so, in the spirit of Women's Month, I had all these amazing questions that I wanted to ask each woman. But I also realized that when a person is so robust like yourself, we just need to dig into who you are. So that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to tell y'all what I know. This is what I know about Jasmine. Yes, whiz child. Love it, right? What I know is that she is smart, that she went to school a long, long, long time, really good schools. And she got these A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, elemental P after her name. Because she got like masters and this and that and all that. And she's like in science with NASA and this and Lockheed and just all these big names and big people. So I'm going to let her tell you exactly what all that part is, just so you could kind of get like a little taste of who we have on the line. Because this lady is bomb.com. Okay? So, hi, Jazz.
Hello. Thanks again for having me.
So, can you tell us what you do for work? And I know that's not what you do for business, but
no worries.
Because that is the part that is most impressive to me. Being an entrepreneur and a mom on top of that is also bomb, but it's not a lot of women in your space where you are. So I need the women to know who you are and what you have done and accomplished. So Auntie Loretta just popped on. So she's the one who, yes, a very humble spirit, Faith, a very humble spirit. And so please tell us what you do and where you're doing it at.
Okay, sure. I am an electrical engineer, and I've been in that profession for 20 years now.
Wow.
And I do work for a major defense contractor, and I've spent my whole career there.
Wow.
I am a STEM advocate.
Yes.
And STEM stands for science, technology, engineering, and math.
Absolutely.
So I'm a STEM advocate. I got into wanting to be an engineer at about 12 years old. Mm-hmm. My parents are educators.
Yes.
And my father was a math and science teacher. So he always pushed us towards
math and science.
Yeah. Math and science.
Yes. Oh my goodness.
So I had a seventh grade math teacher who actually steered me towards engineering.
I love it.
And so since I was 12, I've known I wanted to be an engineer. I wasn't exactly sure what type, but I went to a summer youth program, and then at about 13, I figured out electrical. Mm-hmm. And I've been on the technical track ever since. Mm-hmm. I'm a big advocate for STEM because I really feel like it's a big way for us to change our community. Mm-hmm. And change the trajectory of our community with technology. Absolutely. I tell my son all the time. Go ahead, Darlaina.
I was saying, yes, it's is so true. And you just was about to say about your son. So I know that your son is a whiz kid as well. I know that he already has a budding speaking career. I know that he is an entrepreneur owning vending machines. So please continue to tell us about your whiz kid that you are now raising.
So I tell my son all the time that with our generation, it was about having marketable skills to make yourself recession proof, per se. But with his generation, it's all about making himself automation proof. So we look at, ways that, he will be able to market himself and his skill set to be automation proof. So that's kind of the evolution of the tech field. And so that's kind of something I work with him on. But yes, he has his own business, which is the Code Chasers. And he does websites and app development.
Wow.
And he also teaches coding courses.
And so, how old is he?
He's 13. He has his game developer certification, app developer certification, and he's working on a Google project management cert right now. So
at 13.
Yes.
See, a whiz kid, you guys, a whiz kid, just like his mom.
He's 13.
And yes, Michael is amazing. Yes, he is. That's his name, Michael. And his mom, she all over here being all modest and stuff. Like, she went to school and did all these amazing things, and so he had no choice but to be a whiz kid like his mom and his grandparents. Oh my goodness. And his auntie Loretta. Like, the family is just an amazing family. And I've gotten a chance to speak to your dad on multiple occasions, especially about your family's heritage of being one of the first 15 families to homestead Nicodemus, Kansas, which is one of the only Black towns. So I've gotten a chance to talk to your dad, and your dad is amazing. He knows so many of the stories. He knows a lot of the descendants, and so does your Aunt Loretta, and just really just having those conversations. And I think that's part is important as well, like knowing your heritage and where you come from, and all of that is just so important. And so now tell us about this segue to the business that you're in now, the marketing. What is it? The marketing flow?
Yeah, so it's creative marketing strategies.
Okay.
And yeah, it's the marketing flow on IG and Facebook.
Wow.
But basically, it's a we provide digital marketing services. And we also do proof of concept work for Fortune 500 companies.
Wow.
But we provide a lot of digital marketing services, and our niche is small businesses. Because we realize that, so many small businesses are on a shoestring budget. And one thing that made me really passionate about this is that so many of our businesses just don't have a digital presence. And it's very difficult in this time, especially in the time of COVID.
Yes, absolutely.
To not have a digital presence. So I do more of the marketing side, the digital marketing side, than my son does actually the app development and the web development. So we kind of work together on that.
That is amazing to me. Your 13-year-old son is doing websites and app development for small businesses alongside you doing the marketing part. What?
Yeah, he actually created my app for my business.
Wow.
And our website. So yeah.
Oh my goodness. Listen, I already knew he was amazing, and I already knew you were amazing. And this just is really more mind blowing than I thought it was going to be. So Faith said, "Congratulations to Michael, to you as well. Congratulations on
Thanks so much, Faith.
on your business, all of that. Like I have never heard of such. I I can't wait. So next month, the Darlaina Rose magazine will be launched. I can't wait because I'm going to need to feature you and him because I can't think of, I haven't heard anywhere, not to say that it doesn't exist somewhere in the world, but I have not heard of a mother and son business when the son is 13. I heard it when the son is 20 something, 30 something, and all of that. But a teenager, a 13, no. And not maybe like a water ice stand or a lemonade stand or something like that, but not app development. And no, I've never heard of that. My mind is completely like, whew, for real. Faith says she is reaching out to get an app created. And guess what, Faith? Me too. And I need to talk about this digital marketing and all of that. We need this footprint because just like you said, you know, I'm in my 50s. And so for us, it was absolutely about being recession proof. And now, absolutely, it's about being automation proof. Who is doing what you're doing and who is doing it better? You know, and the idea of proof of concept for Fortune 500s, like we need proof of concept. We need people to believe in what it is that we're doing. Yes, Jessica Castile said, dope family. Oh my goodness. I'm so blown away, you know, by that. And so we're going to make sure that people have your website, his website, how to contact you, because at the end of the day, you are a business for the business.
Right. We're B2B, and we primarily focus on small businesses because we know that, you know, it's challenges. We have our own challenges to having a digital footprint. And, you know, that's what we like to do. And we also, for the marketing, I kind of specialize in 50 plus. That's been our real target niche market because that's where it just seems like a lot of us are either starting a new career, we're retiring from a career, we're starting a new career, we're just blazing our own trail. And so that's been the demographic that really has used our services and needed our service as well. So so that's definitely worked out good. I guess one thing I want to say is that, you know, I just want our community to not be in fear of automation.
Yes.
But what we're working to do is we're working to empower our community to leverage our automation.
Absolutely.
And that's one thing that's really important to us. And so Michael has developed an exposure curriculum to coding. And we're actually piloting that now with a nonprofit, Fathers in Education. You know,
yes, so, I know Fathers in Education, Mr. Tony Nelson. Amazing. I'm definitely going to be working with Tony coming the more towards the end of June, because what God has said to me like this, the women are amazing, but guess what? It's some amazing men too. So starting on June 20th, we will start 100 men. And so as a part of the 100 men, tell Mikey to get himself ready, because we are going to feature, he will probably be the youngest. So tell him to get ready to take this place in history, because we absolutely want to let people see that age really is just a number. It's all about what you really want, and, you know, and how hard you want to go for it. You know, he absolutely has to be an amazing young man, because all children are not always open to, this is mommy's path and maybe you should think about doing it too. Some kids are like, that's your business, mom. I don't want to do that. And he absolutely is a different breed.
Yeah, you know, this is really all him at about 8. We got him into coding courses, and he's had a passion for coding since he was very young.
Yes.
He's mastered 5 languages now, coding languages, and he really loves it. He's been to camps at universities already and different things, but coding is his passion.
Wow.
That's what he loves to do, and
Yes.
so
He's
it's really not about following in my footsteps as much as blazing his own trail. So
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's what he really enjoys doing.
I'm so happy to hear that. One of my friends on here, Legs for Days, Tiara, she has 2 twin boys. And so she's like, teach me. Definitely need more young men in business. She said, Mom, you are the bomb. Yes. You know,
thank you. Thank you so much.
It takes a bomb mom to know a bomb mom. So just know that you are also a bomb mom, Tiara. It takes a special woman to raise children on your own as a single parent, but twin boys.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a situation. And so, and I've watched her do this. I think the twins are 8-ish, I think. I don't know. How old are the boys? I can't remember. I remember they was born a long time ago. That's what I remember. But you know, as we grow and you know, as women and the things that we do, we are truly showing people that we are super women, super. I was close. I said 8. She said there's 7. So is there anything else about what you're doing that I didn't ask you that you will want the people to know?
Sure. Just one other thing that I kind of pride myself on being is a financial enthusiast.
Oh yeah, that's important.
So I learned a long time ago about making money work for me.
Okay.
And not so much working for money. And this is something else that I have a passion about, especially being a divorced mom of one.
Yes.
It's important for us as women to really empower ourselves with our finances.
Yes.
One of the big takeaways for me has just been, again, you know, making money work for me, and then also just learning how to leverage that at an early age. Mm-hmm. And then I've been investing for about 22 years.
Wow. So you didn't just start last year like a lot of us.
No, I've been investing for about 22 years, and I've been blessed that the field that I'm in, actually in technology, I just work with a lot of men that, you know, don't look like us.
Yes, yes.
And are open to giving tips on investing. And I, you know, took that advice and started to learn some things. And so it's been about 22 years for me. And one of the big takeaways is just getting an automatic system in place.
Yes.
Get it automation.
Automation. So you're talking about things like Acorn and you know, those types of platforms. Hello, Black Moms Reality, welcome. And so tell us what companies you would recommend for automation when it comes to those types of things. Or if you don't want to tell us, then we have to get a consult, tell us that too. So you'll have to give it all away. They have to, you know, contact you to get more information.
Sure. But yeah, if anybody is interested in financial information, I put together a curriculum for that as well.
Okay.
Awesome. For financial strategies. And you can just reach me at my email, jasmine.chatan@gmail.com on that, if you're interested. Or anything else if you're interested that we talked about.
Yes.
But one of the big things for me is time in the market. It's not about timing the market.
Yes.
And I feel like a lot of people that I talk to are really thinking about it more about timing the market instead of time in the market.
Okay.
And then just a lot of people that I meet really are not exactly sure where to start. with the process.
Absolutely.
Right?
That's me. That's me. That's me. So what I can see already, I have this group of 100 women. I also have my sister circle women. And I can tell you, as a woman over 50, um, I absolutely do not know where to start. And there's been so much talk about do this, do that, do the other thing. And there's so much analysis around, okay, well, how much of my money am I supposed to put over there? Because I ain't got no money to give away because I am trying to lose no money. So that just made me not do anything. And so I think that there is a segment around me, my age, of women that need that information. So I would like for you to maybe do like an information Zoom call or something where maybe it's like 30 minutes or so and you just talk about all of the things that a person would get from taking your curriculum, and then a bunch of us just jump in and do it. We know, like, and trust you. Jessica Castile said, that's me. Yes, that's me. Like I didn't know what to do. People like, oh, do Robinhood and do this and get an E-Trade account and then get Charles Schwab and all this. And I'm just like, it's too much information. I don't know what to do. So I'm just not going to do nothing.
And that's kind of the thing now, because we are in the information age, and sometimes we just get inundated with so much information that it kind of makes us just freeze, right?
Yes.
And so, it really is just getting started. Where I am now, I do currently save about 45% of my income.
Wow.
I haven't always been there, but it's been a process.
Yes.
But I'm at about 45%, and my goal is to get to 50% next year. So, so that's, I just feel it's so important, because with so many of us being the head of our households these days, I know for me, I really didn't want to be in a position where I couldn't provide certain opportunities for my son that he wanted to be able to do. A lot of the training and the skills that he's gotten with his coding has taken a lot of money, because when he got into it, there just weren't that many opportunities for it available as it is now.
Yeah.
And it cost a lot of money. And I just didn't want to be able, have to tell him no, I couldn't provide those opportunities for him because I wasn't in a position, And so that's what really motivated me. You want to, be there for your parents, be there for your extended family. And, I can't do any of that if I don't have my own finances on track.
Yeah.
So.
Wow. I'm very excited hearing that, because one of the things I can't remember who I heard say it, and it might have been on the Life Changing Alliances call where we met. I think it was Kemp who talked about us wanting our kids to get A's and B's in school, and we getting E's and F's in life. Your household, your household is your business. And a lot of people have a hard time maintaining their household. So they are failing in maintaining their household and keeping a roof and keeping food and keeping the lights on and all of that kind of stuff. And so you need to have, and I've noticed over this past 12 months with everything with COVID and all of that, one of my friends said the way that she was able to keep her business afloat was because of her Tesla stock.
Oh, wow. Okay.
She said, because of the Tesla stock, I was able to keep my doors open. I was able to keep my business afloat. And she didn't get any of this money that the government was giving. She said, I had my stocks is what kept me afloat. And so it's a person can make a statement like that, but you don't know like the process of that. And so what you're saying is that I can show you the process.
Right. And that's the thing. When you start to understand how passive income works, you won't want to do anything else.
Yes.
So, when you understand that there's stocks that you can purchase that will provide you a dividend quarterly,
Yes.
Monthly.
Yes, I love
or
it.
semi-annually, you won't want to do much else. So, and that there's people every day that live on this income, and do not have any earned income at all. So,
wow.
And that you can make up to about $45,000 a year in that income and not pay tax. That's another thing that we don't realize. Yeah. Because it's geared towards the wealthy. So I think that, what I really want us as a community to start to understand is to really start understanding the rules, understanding what the wealthy do, and start to govern our lives accordingly. Because
yes,
I mean, those, it's not just for them. I mean, we can take advantage too. We just have to learn.
Well, I can tell you I am ready, willing, and able. Hello, Unbreakable Mind Coaching. Welcome. I believe that we must talk like as soon as we can to find some time where we can put together this Zoom call where we can talk about. Jessica on Facebook said, I'm in. Where we can talk, because money is flowing through our hands. We're just not keeping it. We're not keeping it. And so we need to figure out how to keep it so that we can do what the wealthy does, because it's required. We have to. We need to. Our families need us to be able to do that. We need to put ourselves in a different position. We're talking about cycle breaking. We're talking about breaking generational curses. In order for us to do that, we have to do things a little bit different. And if we can learn what the wealthy has been doing all this time, honey, sign me up for that class 14 times over.
And then the other thing is just, understanding to be consistent.
Yeah.
And that, absolutely $25 a week, $50 a week can change the trajectory of your life over time.
Ooh, I got that much.
We overestimate, what we can do in a short period of time, but we definitely underestimate what we can do over a long period of time, because we don't fully understand compound interest, right? And so that's one of the biggest things. Yeah.
Jessica said, Lord. Oh my goodness. I can't believe it's already been 30 minutes. I just want to keep you on and just keep talking, because it's good talk. Jasmine, I am so grateful for you. I knew when you came on that it would be life-changing. And Anne Marie, what's this? Anne Marie Neal Stevens says, amen, time in. You said it correctly. I knew that it would be really good. I knew that I already know, like, and trust you. So I knew that you would give some amazing information. I had no idea the extent that it would be. It was definitely 30 minutes, but a strong 30 minutes with really good nuggets and really good information that will absolutely lead to life-changing events that happen in many of the families of the people that are listening. I know that people will listen in replay. This will be housed on IGTV. So you'll be able to take it, share it, do whatever you like with it. And so it'll also be on YouTube and on Facebook. You'll be able to grab it from all those places. So absolutely be able to share it, take the audio, do whatever you want, and really give this information to people that really need it, because there is so many of us that need it. I was talking not too long ago about working on my credit from last year to this year. When I started last year, it was in the 400s. I didn't even know it went that low. But one of my friends was like, I could help you in this. And he didn't get a chance to really help me, but he gave me some guidance. And so just taking that guidance from last year to now, it's over 700 now. And so, awesome. And I find myself wanting to continue to keep going in that direction. And the way you keep it that way is you find other financial instruments that's going to keep you in the black. And so I definitely want to stay on the trajectory that I'm on. So that is why I feel such a sense of urgency to have more conversations with you regarding how, especially women 50 and older, can do this type of thing, because we can't continue to work for money. I have no intentions of working for money. I heard 50 Cent say, "You're not making money until you're not working for it." And I'm thinking in my brain, how can you not work for it? What do you mean? And so, and like, how can you not work for money? Like, we got to work for money. And that's not the mindset of the wealthy. Like you said, you can earn up to $45,000 tax free. $45,000.
Yeah.
$45,000.
Yeah.
That is people's whole yearly income for some people.
Exactly. And when you start to meet people that are actually living that way, that look like you, and making that and more in passive income, it's just life changing for you. You really start to understand how it works.
Yes. Thank you, Anne Marie. I really know it's definitely been a journey for me. And I don't believe that I'm special in any way. I believe that we are all having the same experiences. It's just that some of us is big mouth about it and willing to talk about it and willing to be transparent about it and say, listen, I look cute and all, but I had some jacked up things going on. And I'm now I now feel confident enough that I can address them and know that it's okay, because so many women, especially that I've been able to talk to, that stand in front of me as the evidence that I can do it because they've done it. And so now I want to stand in front of women as the evidence that they can do it too. Some of us, they say, heavy is the load that wears the crown. Or something like that. Like, it's certain things that we have to do. We have to be transparent. We have to tell people that, listen, I've been there, and I can tell you the process of how I got away from it. I can tell you what I know about credit is it's a system, and it's a system that can be manipulated.
Right.
And so don't feel bad about it at all. I felt ashamed and just mad at myself for how did I allow myself to get there? What was I doing? It wasn't what I was doing, it's what I didn't know.
Right.
Because
that's so much of all of it. It's just what the lack of understanding. And then when you understand that people are using credit to make money every day.
Yes.
They're selling trade lines. They're using it to actually create another income for themselves using credit. And so when you start to understand that part of it too, and that I don't think that we in our community are really taught how to use credit the right way.
We're not.
We don't understand that you can have a whole nother income stream from credit if you're using it correctly.
Yes.
And it's just a lot of different things with that. And it's a journey. It's a process. I know. I've been there too.
Yes, it is definitely a process, and you just have to be willing. And I find that the people, when you start to ask for direction and ask for guidance, and you ask for it in prayer, in meditation, in your visualization, putting that 800 credit score on your board, people will show up that will give you the game. Faith just said credit is a game. People will show up and give you the game.
Yeah.
And before you know it, you sitting in a whole nother realm, and you saying, oh God, how did I get in this amazing, beautiful home? Like, how did this happen? And
and that's the thing, is that a lot of people don't realize, the leverage that you have in your life with credit.
Yes.
Just, to give an example on that, for my home that I purchased, I paid $40 down for my home.
Shut up. $40?
Yeah. Yeah.
What in the world? $40. $40. I just spent $40 on dinner.
Yeah, so that actually put a belief system in me though, because I got my house at 22. And so it put a belief system in me young that, I'm not willing to put down for anything. Like, so when I got my last car, this guy thought I was just radical. Because I was like, look, I'm not putting down a dime. I need leather. I need this. Out the door at this price, or no thank you. And he's like, because they're not used to us being women and also our melanin coming in demanding what we will do and what we won't pay. They're not used to that.
No.
And this man, he looked like I had all the way slapped him. But that's what I did. And I walked out there with nothing down, with my leather and my price. And I told him with tax, title, and license, rolled in, please, sir.
Yeah.
And I have my own financing. No, thank you.
Wow. Listen, y'all, this lady done said a word now. $40 down for a house, brand new car, no money down. And it is true. When your credit is bad, you pay a premium for everything.
Right.
You pay higher percentages, more deposits, all this kind of stuff that people who have good credit don't do. I have a girlfriend who's had good credit for 30 years. And I've watched her, the way she lives and the way she does things and all that. But it never dawned on me to talk to her about it.
Yeah.
And then finally I just said, I've really been working on this and I really could use some guidance. And she gave me guidance. And was willing to help me, willing to say, I see what it is that you do. So I'm willing to add you as an authorized user to a couple of my accounts to help you to build. And that's the thing that took me over the top.
That's right. Because of the age of her accounts.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I'm telling you, her doing that for me jumped my score over 150 points. 150 points. And it did it. I think it had something to do with the time of the month that we did it, but it happened in days.
When they reported,
it happened in days. It happened in days. Unbreakable Mind Coaches said, this sounds juicy. I'm going to have to watch from the beginning. I have the credit. So absolutely. So, make sure that, you reach out to Jasmine. Jasmine is, is somebody who she not normal, y'all. She is not status quo. She not that. She bought her first house at 22 with $40 down. At 22, I thought I knew everything. I was telling my parents what to do. I was getting married and having kids and messing up my credit and doing all kinds of stuff, telling people on the phone and you can't get blood from a turnip, paying stuff whenever I get ready to and all of that. Listen, I didn't know because nobody taught me. Nobody taught my parents. So my parents didn't know. So here it is, a woman who knows. Can you imagine what her son gonna be? Yo, this is a person that you need to be connected to because she got the tea, y'all. That's all I can tell you. She got the tea. So you want to get the tea? I'm going to ask her to oblige us with a financial phone call, a Zoom or something where we can all pop on, get some information about her services, and then absolutely be able to hire her for what it is that she's doing so that we can really delve into what it is. Absolutely. Faith said breaking generational curses. Absolutely. We must. Yeah. My 14-year-old granddaughter told me that she wants to be a trauma surgeon. She's been saying it since she was 6 years old. So that means that she's going to require a certain amount of schooling. And if we don't clean this up, her dream will not be fulfilled. Jessica said, robbing Peter to pay Paul. You mean robbing Peter to pay Paul and sometimes robbing all 12 disciples? Sometimes we got to rob all 12 of them. Please. So I want to get away from that. I want my life I want this second half of my life to be a gift to my family, a gift to my 8 grandchildren, to definitely be the one who not only teaches them something different, but to also be the one to be able to give them something, to leave them something, to leave them a trust, to leave them when they're ready to go to college, money, to leave them when they're ready to buy their first car, the money, not them having to be out there trying to find a way to hustle it up themselves, or having to go to work and go to school at the same time. Not to say that there's anything wrong with any of that stuff, but at the end of the day, yes, all 12 disciples, they laughing. Yes, we don't want to leave no liabilities. We want to leave legacies. People leave liabilities all the time. Don't have no life insurance. People passing the hat, starting GoFundMe's and all this kind of stuff. And then we, as the onlookers and the friends, we're the ones who's digging in our pockets trying to see, well, can I afford to give them $25 or $50, or can I give them $100? Like you in trouble, and you trying to help somebody else that's in trouble. You know, our cups need to runneth over, all of our cups, so that as our cups are runneth over, we can pour our cups into one big pot and buy some land like what's his name? Oh God, Money Mike? Magic Mike? Somebody Mike here in Atlanta just bought, I want to say 100 acres of land, and is building a town, calling it free. What is it? What is his name? Killer Mike. Killer Mike. Yes. Killer Mike. What I call him? Magic Mike. Freedom Mike. Magic Mike is freedom. I mean, Killer Mike not only started a bank for African Americans, and now is opening a town called Freedom Town, owned, lived, supported by Black Americans. So we can absolutely do it, but we gotta be able to have all of our financial stuff together. If not, we are then subject to whatever the powers that be have for us. And that's what we don't want for the generations that's coming behind us. We want to be able to, you know, TD Jakes said that COVID-19 was correction 19. He said it was correction 19. This is when we are correcting what our ancestors, we are correcting all of that. It gave us such vision for what we didn't even know. So now we know we can work from home. We can build business from home. Our kids can go to school from home. We can do all these things, and we ain't even got to go outside. We can bring the money to the house without going outside. Okay, so how much of this can we do on our own? And so we need people like you who has already walked it when we didn't even know it was a walk that we could take.
Yeah, and that's so good. I mean, we've gained so much from this time. I mean, it's just been amazing how much that I've been able to learn myself, and my son as well. And it's just it's been such a blessing for our family. It really has. And sometimes I feel kind of bad about talking about that, because, you know, a lot of the hurt and pain that some people have gone through during this COVID time. It makes you feel a little apprehensive about, you know, being excited for, you know, all that has happened in your life during this time, you know.
But don't. I can tell you 2020 was my best financial year ever, but my worst emotional year, because I lost my mother. But what I know is that my mom would be like, yes, girl, tell everybody. Let them know what you did. Let them know how you did it, so that we can make sure that people don't experience that again.
Right.
And so we have to be bold and say, yes, we lost people. We lost a lot of people. We lost good people. We lost our mothers, our fathers, our sisters, our brothers. Some people, their children, we lost them. But don't let their loss be in vain.
Yeah.
Don't let their loss, you know, make you not tell us, because we need the information, so that when these losses come again, if they ever come again, and if the loss is for natural causes or whatever, that we can celebrate those lives in a big way. That we can celebrate those lives from our nice houses and our nice cars and our businesses and all of the things that we've learned from this process. So don't feel apprehensive at all. At all. I tell people that all the time. As sad as 2020 was for me, it was as amazing as it was sad. So I don't have any complaints about 2020. I know where my mother is.
Right.
I carry her with me every single day. I speak, when I really want to say stuff, I just write it down. I write it down, because the blessing in my mother's death and my father's death is I had my father till I was 45 and I had my mother till I was 55. And so that means in this time, I knew them and I knew them well. And so when things come up, I know what they would say. I know what they would say, the good, bad, and the ugly. I know exactly what they would say. And so sometimes I just laugh because I know what my mom would say. And I know what my dad would say. And I know that I've lived my life in a way that they would be so happy for me. They will be so happy for what I have accomplished for our family. Because I get to stand in their shoes. I get to stand in their legacy. I get to stand and say, Mommy and Daddy, I did this for y'all. I'm feeling emotional in this moment just thinking about it because I know that they will be proud of me. That I didn't take their death and lay down. That I didn't take their death and say, it's too much. I can't handle it. I'm going to just lay down and put my head under the covers and I'm not going to do anything. That's not what I said. It is not what I did.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And so we can't stop for that reason. We can't. Oh my God. Why are you making me cry, girl? We cannot stop for the ancestors that came before us and did the things that they did for us. There was people, we think about this pandemic and all of these things that's happening right now and all of the loss and all of the everything that people are experiencing is absolutely heart-wrenching. And I know that it is. But what I know is that if our ancestors can survive slavery, we darn sure can survive a pandemic. We can take this time and learn all of the things that we need to learn because it's important for us to learn it so that the generations that come after us do not have to experience the things that some of us experienced already. So I am just grateful.
I tell my son all the time with that though too, that we are our ancestors' wildest dreams.
Yes.
And we're living that today. I know that I am my ancestors' wildest dream.
Yes.
My grandfather had limitations on being able to work as a welder and all this kind of stuff. He was held back, but he didn't let that stop him from welding. During World War II on B-52s and things like that.
Yes.
They didn't allow racism and other things to keep them held back. They just kept going.
Yes.
And we don't have those limitations on our lives. So it's no excuse. We have to go after it.
Yes.
And we have to go after it for everything that they wish they could have accomplished.
Absolutely.
We have to. Absolutely. We have to do it. And so I get up every day because my son is watching me. Yes. He's watching me work. Yes. He's watching me. And I can't let him down. Just like I can't let my ancestors down. You know? And so it's a responsibility. Yes. But I'm proud of the responsibility and I work, and grind to it every day because we just have to. We got to do it.
We got to do it. Faith, I think Faith said, I am my ancestors' wildest dream. I think we need to hashtag that and everybody needs to share that on their social. I am my ancestors' wildest dream. That absolutely is going up on my platform today and tomorrow. So Jasmine, thank you so much for staying overtime and talking to us.
Thank you.
We are absolutely going to post all of your social tags. Make sure I have those. Make sure I have all of Mikey's as well so that I can post his, because just like my girlfriend who was on with her 7-year-old boys, they would love to have something that they could possibly do, especially because we're doing everything online and virtually. They go to school virtually every day. So I'm certain that is something. She said, teach me. So teach her, teach the kids, teach everybody. So please make sure, like, shoot me a text right after we get off so that I have all of that added to the description of the show. Thank you, everybody, for staying with us. This got really heavy and really deep.
Yes, and I enjoyed it. Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much for being who you are. Thank you for being willing to do this work, because this work is too important not to be done. So thank you for being one of those trailblazers that we all need. So we will be back here tomorrow for episode 73. 73 days straight. Yes, Faith said, thank you, Jasmine. Love you. I am so grateful. I really am. This has absolutely turned into way more than me just introducing my dope friends to my dope friends. It is really, I feel like Mr. Satcher when he said, I just really wanted to read a book and brought all of us together, and this is what came of it. And so I'm so grateful to have you as a part of my inner circle, and I'm looking forward to the work that we are going to get to do, not tomorrow, not next year, but right now. What we're going to get to do right now.
That's right. Right, Faith is now o'clock.
Now o'clock. It is now o'clock. Now Faith is. So now o'clock. We will be getting together to work now o'clock. So thank you, everybody, for being here. Have an amazing rest of your night. I'm going to go kind of wash my face off. She got me messing up my little bit of mascara that I had on, trying to be a little bit cute.
It's all right.
I thank you all for being here, and come back tomorrow, 7 p.m. for another amazing woman. Thank you again. Bye, you guys.
Bye. Thank you.
So welcome. Oh my goodness.